What's up guys? Today we're going to be replacing the e-brake boot in this 22 GR86. This process is also the same for any 22 and up BRZ2 as well. So with that being said, let's get right into it. Before we do that, just what we are putting in is going to be our premium Alcantara e-brake boot, which is actually going to match perfectly to our premium Alcantara Shift boot that we already put in earlier today. So the first step that we're going to have to do is pop off the e-brake boot itself. It's very simple, very straightforward. What I like to do is just kind of grab the boot right in the back here, and I'm just going to pull straight up, and it normally pops all right out just like that. Sometimes you have to pull on the front too, but in this case it all just came out in one pull. Now that it's off, all we're going to do is take it, and we're just going to pull it up and over. So now that it's off, we're going to take it over to the bench, separate the boot from the trim, and then go ahead and re-glue in the new e-brake boot. So now that we have this out of the car, the next step that we need to do is just remove the boot from this factory trim piece here. It's simply just glued on, so all we're going to do is just find a tab here and just start pulling, and it'll just simply come unglued. We're just going to do that the whole way around until it is separated. So now that we have the stock boot separated, we can now go ahead and start installing the new premium Alcantara Shift boot onto this trim piece here.
And one thing I'll do before I actually start gluing is I'll lay the e-brake boot and the trim flat, and then I'll take the binder clips in the add-on kit that we have and start roughly placing them around the trim piece here. Now, the reason why we do this is we don't want to glue it down and have anything be in the wrong position and have everything kind of locked in. Then we got to rip it apart and do it again. So we highly recommend getting this add-on kit. It's going to make the installation a lot easier, and you can get a rough outline of, hey, I need to adjust the boot on the trim here, and so on and so on before you actually start gluing things together. But we're going to take these binder clips and do this process the whole way around, and then once that's all roughly done, then we'll start gluing.
So now that we have the boot clipped on and set on the trim piece, what I'm going to do is I'm going to unclip and apply the supplied glue to that section, and then just kind of make sure it's all smoothed out, reapply the clip, and then we'll kind of work our way around the trim piece there as we do that. So now that I went ahead and glued all the edges there, like I said, I just took off a clip, peeled it back and applied the glue, and then I reapplied the clip. Now we're going to let this cure for about 5 to 10 minutes, take the clips off, and then we'll go ahead and put it back in the car. So now that the boot is cured and everything, now we're just going to go ahead and reinstall it back into the car. It's a super straightforward process. We're just going to take it and just slide it down over the e-brake. I kind of help pull it on down. And before we snap it into place, I'm going to grab the boot itself and just slowly work its way down until I feel the grooves on the e-brake handle and the boot slide into place there. Just like so. So it slipped right into here. And then once I feel it is all locked in there, we'll actually go ahead and install the trim back into the center console itself. Just pushing on down like so. And then just make sure everything's all good. She's all wrapped up. So that was the installation of the Billetworkz Alcantara e-brake boot for this 22 GR86. We have this for multiple vehicle fitments, so make sure you check out billetworkz.com to see if we have fitment for yours. Thanks, we'll see you next time.